So first of all, we will discuss what happens exactly in bank reconciliation statement. What is the SAP process? We know it is a very common topic for intermediate commerce students, but whatever I discuss, the process, it is somehow different in SAP. The process of bank reconciliation in SAP environment, it is somehow different. One what we know. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the topic, bank reconciliation process. Normally what happened, we know whenever we incur certain expenses, or suppose we pay to a vendor, right? Suppose we pay something to a vendor in terms of online payment, or we issue a check, or whatever may be. We clear the vendor account. Normally till up to the today's class, what we know that whenever we pay, whenever we clear a vendor liability, okay, so normally what we pass the entry, as say sundry creditor debit to bank, isn't it? This is the entry we pass, right? We debit the sundry creditor, or I can call it the vendor account, the subsidiary ledger, because in SAP whenever we debit a particular vendor number or vendor master, then automatically the reconciliation ledger, that is sundry creditor, is debited, okay, and bank will be credited, right? This is the practice we usually follow. But where SAP is implemented, okay, when SAP is implemented having the bank process, okay, all the banking related customization is there, then the accounting entry is not like this, right? So what is the accounting entry? Here in the contemporary kind of understanding or practice, what we do, suppose we pay a vendor by way of a check, suppose check, by way of a check instrument, but we pass one entry, sundry creditors account debited to bank, and immediately we deduct the money from the bank balance. That money is deducted from the bank balance in our books of account, because this particular entry affect to our books of account. So there is an account called bank account in our books of account. Whenever we pay a check, we immediately reduce the bank account. But is the check immediately encashed? Is the check encashed on the very same time when this entry is passed? No, that check is not encashed immediately when the check is passed. Even if we go for the online payment, internet banking, sometimes it also taken some hours to clear. In some cases also, it may happens that there will be some reversal entry passed later on. It may show clearance, but after some hours there may be again reversal due to some problem in the bank, whatever may be. But whenever we pass one entry, immediately on that point of time, in no way it is deducted from our bank account. The money is deducted from our bank account. If it is a check instrument, then it takes days together to clear it from our bank account. But we falsely pass one entry. I can say superficially we pass an entry in our books of account and reduce the bank balance. Okay, but where the SAP is implemented relating to the bank is concerned, there are three GLs, three GL accounts of every bank. That is main bank GL, then bank outgoing, bank outgoing GL, bank incoming. Okay, so for every bank account in SAP system, 3 numbers of GL account is maintained. The name of the first GL account is main bank account. Suppose State Bank of India, we have a current account in State Bank of India. Previously, up to this class, I use a very simple method without bank reconciliation or anything else. Whatever was there, it was directly deducted from the bank account, or anything which is coming to the bank account by receiving from the debtors or receiving from the customers, directly it was updated in the bank account. However, where the SAP is implemented, every bank 3 numbers of GL account is created. One is main bank account, another is bank outgoing account, another is bank incoming account. So what is the use of this? Let us understand what is the use of this 3 numbers of GL for only one bank account. First of all, here I pass the entry sundry creditors account debited to bank account. However, where SAP is implemented, the entry is like this: sundry creditors account debited to bank outgoing. Okay, so what happens? The entry passed like this: sundry creditors account debited to bank outgoing account. Okay, so when the bank outgoing account is credited, then the main bank doesn't affect. Main bank means the bank GL. The bank GL is never affected, and the bank GL is always equal to your exact balance in the bank statement. Again, I am telling, the SAP main bank GL is always exactly equal to the balance in the bank statement. That doesn't differ. But in contemporary way of making the entries, what we learn up to today, what happens? There is always a chance that for every transaction, whatever your bank statement says, it do not match with the balance which is showing in SAP system or in our books of account. So that is the main difference, due to which we prepare the bank reconciliation in the contemporary system or contemporary way of preparation of accounts. On a certain date, we have to find out why there is a difference in our contemporary style of account keeping or bookkeeping. The bank GL account, what is the balance of bank GL account in our books of account, and what is the actual balance in the bank statement. The differentials are noted, and those differentials has to be disclosed to the auditor that these are the items on this particular date which are responsible for the difference. Okay, so that is our bank reconciliation statement, we know it. But in SAP, we know that the main bank GL is always exactly equal to your balance in the bank statement, because whenever any payment is made, instead of crediting to the bank account directly, in SAP system it is deducted or it is credited, the sundry creditor is debited, and bank outgoing GL account is credited. This is the step 1. Step 2 is, whenever we prepare a bank statement, bank reconciliation statement, system automatically pass the entry as suppose we get a bank statement from the bank. Okay, and once we upload that bank statement, then the entry passed is bank outgoing GL account debited to main bank account. Okay, so this is the entry which is passed in the SAP system. So this is the second entry which is passed in the SAP system. So whenever this second entry is passed, when this second entry is passed, when the first entry is passed, this first entry is passed at the time of, say, issue of a check, and the second entry is passed on the very date when we prepare the bank reconciliation, bank reco. Okay, so on the very day when we prepare the bank reco, this second entry is automatically passed. So how this is automatically passed? We have to do the customization. Suppose 10 numbers of entry we have passed like this, 10 numbers. Okay, 10 numbers of past entries we have passed. And when we prepare the bank reconciliation statement for 9 numbers of entries, outgoing is reversed, okay, or outgoing is debited, right? So what happens? 10 numbers of cases, when we issued the check, we pass this entry. But out of the 10 numbers, while preparing the bank reconciliation statement, 9 entries are 9 numbers of cases. This outgoing GL is debited. Okay, so this bank outgoing GL is nothing but it is just like a clearing account, right? What is the purpose of clearing account? The purpose of clearing account is, it is a account which is interim in nature. That means there is a subsequent happening, there is a subsequent offsetting entry against this bank outgoing GL, or there is a subsequent happening to this bank outgoing GL. So in the first stage, 10 numbers of cases we pass these entries. Suppose 10 numbers of checks we have issued and 10 times we have passed this entry. But in the month end, when we received the bank statement, automatically by comparing it with the bank statement, we found that this, out of this 10 numbers of entries, 9 entries are passed like this. So what happened? There is still one entry where bank outgoing is not cleared. Okay, there is still another entry where the bank outgoing figure is not cleared. So that outgoing figure which is not cleared, that is the reason of difference. Right? So this bank outgoing GL, these are kept whenever we create the bank outgoing GL account. It has to be created under open item management checkbox. You know that any GL where open item management checkbox is selected, then that red green kind of things happens. That means the green are cleared item and red are open item. So whenever we prepare a bank reconciliation statement, out of the 10 line items in respect to bank outgoing GL, 9 line items will be converted into green. Still, there is one line item which is in bank outgoing GL showing as the red, and the red items which is there in the bank outgoing GL is the only transaction which is the region of difference between region of difference on a specific date. Understand? So this is the way through which we have to customize the bank reconciliation statement, and we will demonstrate it. So each cases there are 3 numbers of GL: main bank, bank outgoing and bank incoming. Whenever this second entry is passed on a month end, this particular credit is nullified or cleared, and main bank account, the actual amount from the main bank account is deducted. Once it is the actual amount is deducted, then it is now on the very date the balance in the main bank account is exactly equal with the balance appearing on the bank statement, right? So same thing happens when there is a receipt of check or payments from customers. Okay, so what happens in the first step, whenever we receive any payment from a customer, what happens in the contemporary system? In the contemporary system, what happened? What we do, we pass the entry bank debit to customer. Okay, this is the entry we pass. In the contemporary system of accounting, this is the entry we pass. However, when SAP bank accounting is already in force, we cannot use this entry. Actually, in SAP, everywhere already when bank account is there is no GL account like bank account. There is only GL account which is called your main bank account either, or bank outgoing GL or bank incoming GL. So the nomenclature must be main bank, bank outgoing and bank incoming. Again I am telling, in SAP system where SAP is implemented having the real bank process in force, there is no GL account that SBI current account or Union Bank of India like that. You will find 3 numbers of GL accounts and the name is main bank, bank outgoing, bank incoming. Obviously you can say main bank SBI, bank outgoing SBI, bank incoming SBI like that, but not simply as bank account. It is always main bank, bank outgoing and bank incoming. And on the very day of preparation of bank reconciliation statement, your main bank GL is exactly equal to your bank statement balance. That means once you complete the bank reconciliation statement in SAP in a monthly basis or weekly basis, your actual bank balance in the bank is exactly equal to main bank. So our contemporary system is somehow basing on certain guess. That means what we do immediately whenever any customer pay a check, we simply debit the bank account. We do not care whether there is anything in our bank account or not, whether it is coming to our bank account or not. And on the very day of bank reconciliation, we found out what is the difference between a bank statement and we prepare a bank reconciliation statement for that. But in SAP system, they do not believe in this entry which is based on certain assumptions. Okay, they go for the exact happening. That means they use one interim account or they use one clearing account. So that's why they use 3 numbers of GL accounts for every bank account, because though it is the main bank account, but in addition to that they use 2 numbers of interim account, that is bank outgoing and bank incoming. And while creating these 2 numbers of GL accounts or clearing account, we have to declare it under the open item management. We have to create it, because you know whenever you create a GL account you should put a tick mark. Once you put a tick mark under open item management, then that particular GL account is very well demonstrated colorfully. What is colorfully? Because you know there are 2 colors. One is for the line items, if the color is red, then that line item is open. If the color is green, that line item is cleared. So after preparation of bank reconciliation statement, whatever balances is, so whatever line items showing under bank outgoing GL and bank incoming GL, these are nothing but these are the line items which are not reconciled. We have to wait for some more days or for the next month for the line item to clear, right? So this is the system. So whatever happen at the time of receipt of check, normally we contemporary system we do pass this kind of entry. However, where SAP bank process is implemented, this is the entry, that is bank incoming GL account debited to customer account. And when we prepare the bank reconciliation statement, what happens, this bank incoming GL is an clearing GL. So ultimately, when we get a bank statement from the bank and prepare the bank reconciliation statement, we pass this entry, main bank GL account debited to bank incoming GL. Okay, so bank incoming GL is credited. So what is the impact? The debit and credit gets cancelled. Debit and credit gets cancelled, right? So debit and credit gets cancelled due to the preparation of bank reconciliation statement. Suppose there are 15 line items showing under the first entry. That means 15 numbers of checks we have received, but out of the 15, say on the date of preparation of bank reconciliation statement, 12 line items cleared. Okay, because once we pass this entry, then this debit and credit, debit and credit becomes nullified. This debit and credit both are shown in green, because initial stage this is shown in red. When on the date of preparation of bank reconciliation statement and when this entry is passed, at that time this debit and credit is converted into green. But out of the 15 line items, though 12 line items under the GL account bank incoming GL is cleared, however there are still 3 line items will be in red in bank incoming. Understand? Still 3 line items will be in red in bank incoming GL. What are these 3 line items? These 3 line items are really the region of differences. Understand? So this is the process in bank reconciliation. This is actually the SAP bank reconciliation process. SAP believes in passing, or SAP believes in using one interim GL account, or we can call it a interim, or we can call it a clearing GL account. SAP does not believe in passing the debiting or crediting immediately when the transaction happens. Instead, it uses these 2 numbers of interim GL. The first one is when we pay and second one is when we receive. And finally, on the date when bank reconciliation is prepared, this interim GL gets nullified when the bank reconciliation is processed in the SAP system, right? So this is the way the things happen. So any questions on your behalf regarding the system? Any questions regarding this system is concerned, how this system works? All of you are clear about the system, how it is happening, how a SAP system is passing the entries whenever we pay and whenever we prepare the bank statement, reconciliation statement.
Yeah.
So this is the system actually. Actually in SAP this kinds of system is happened. So any organization where the bank process is implemented or bank reconciliation process is implemented, you will found 3 numbers of GL account for every bank account. That is the, this also creates some kind of, suppose you have 20 numbers of bank, then 20 into 3, 60. Suppose you have any organization will be having 100 bank accounts, then the total number of GLs will be 100 into 3, that is 300. So number of GL accounts will be more, but this is the standard SAP system and this is the way the things works. So we will start the customization then one by one. We will discuss everything in details of the customization, because the customization is somehow long process. So one by one we will customize the system and we will demonstrate the entire process. So I am opening the SAP system and trying to cover one by one customization till the finalization, till the completion, and then I will prepare the bank reconciliation statement as a end user, and I will show you how automatically this clearing entry is passed. First entry is passed manually, but second entry is automatically passed. And regarding the first entry, one thing is also left out. See, there was a automatic payment program, isn't it? We have covered in the last class automatic payment program. So in the automatic payment program, what we did, our sundry creditors were debited and bank was credited, isn't it? That was in our automatic payment program. But when bank reconciliation process is already in force, then in the automatic payment program, sundry creditor will be debited, no doubt. Sundry creditors will be paid. But instead of bank account, the bank outgoing GL will be credited. How these things happens? Let us see. See, I will show you. Just changing of the GL, that's it. Not anything else. So in the automatic payment program, suppose let us, I am showing you, suppose today we are starting one automatic payment program. Okay, identification is say XYZ. Let us go to the parameters. Okay, so in the parameters, see what we do, we just have to declare which vendors has to be cleared, what company code, payment method, etc. These things we have to do. But in the customization, let us go to the, these are the end user activity, but automatic payment program, let us go to the customization. In the customization screen, I was using the bank GL, but here, but when SAP bank reconciliation, because you know that there are two processes. One is manual clearing, another is automatic clearing. This entry can be generated through the manual clearing. Manual clearing means manual payment, or the entry can be generated through an automatic process. Whatever process is implemented, instead of using the bank GL, we have to use the bank outgoing GL, right? Whether in the manual process or whether in the automatic process, instead of bank GL, we have to use bank outgoing GL. Let us see. Financial accounting new, accounts receivable and accounts payable, business transactions, then open item clearing, then no, this, I think this is not, no, this is not open item clearing, business transactions, outgoing payment, right? Automatic outgoing payment, right? So in the automatic outgoing payment, this was payment method bank selection for payment program, right? Payment method bank selection for the payment program. So we will just check which GL accounts we have given. Our company code is 7200. So this is the okay, and there is no changes here. So paying company code, this is also not having any changes. Where the GL interface is there, we have to go for the change. Okay, this is also, there is no change. Then payment method, okay, this one, set up bank determination for payment transaction. Okay, this is the step where we have to make the change. 7200. Okay, this is 7200. There is a ranking order. Okay, in this ranking order, though house bank is SBI, we have to select and click on the bank account. See, which GL account we have given? We have given the GL account 2 lakh 2, right? So in this case, though we have given the GL account 2 lakh 2, but actually we have to, there is another customization step here. Okay, so here we have to, there is a bank's sub account and there is a clearing account. So bank sub account is actually your main bank, but there is a clearing account here. You have to put that bank outgoing here actually, right? In case of customization, what customization I did, 1 2 3 4, this 4 1 2 3 4, these 4 steps actually I have covered in your automatic payment program. But where bank reconciliation statement or bank process is there, then this will never work, because this is the main bank GL account. But main bank GL account cannot be used because we are not directly clearing anything from the main bank. So from which account we are clearing? That means what entry we are going to pass? This is the entry to pass. But in last automatic bank reconciliation, if we pass the entry, then the entry was like this: under creditor account debited to bank account. Okay, but this entry is not desirable, and this bank account means this main bank GL account. But in case of the customization, I use here the main bank GL. However, where the bank reconciliation is already in force, or the bank process is already in force, another step is required. What is the another step? The name of this step is bank account within bracket enhanced. So we have to click on this, click on the new entries button, house bank, then I have to use the payment method, currency, ranking order, account ID, bank sub account and clearing account. Okay, so here I have to use this customization. Bank sub account means main bank, clearing account means the outgoing bank. Okay, so this is the thing what we have to do in case of your implementation of automatic payment program, where the entry will be generated as sundry creditor account debited to bank outgoing GL. So here I have to make understand to the system that though main bank GL is there, but there is a clearing account that is outgoing, that is your this one bank outgoing. So I have to make understand to the system, I have to disclose the system that whenever any payment will happen, don't use sundry creditor account debited to bank account, but use sundry creditors account debited to bank outgoing. Okay, so that is the way through which it happens. Whenever that way is there, we don't have to follow this, but bank account within bracket enhanced. Okay, so now let us go to the customization area. So in the customization area, I will go to the financial accounting new, right? I will go to the financial accounting new. Then under the financial accounting new, I will directly come to the bank accounting, right? Under the bank accounting, I will come to the business transactions. Under the business transaction, I will come to the present payment transactions. On the payment transaction, I will use manual bank statement. So what is the difference between the manual bank statement and electronic bank statement? Electronic bank statement is that method where a electronically soft copy of the bank statement is uploaded in the SAP system in regular intervals, and that soft copy of the bank statement which is received from the bank, once it is uploaded, then automatically it will pass this kinds of second entry. It automatically pass the second entry. Second entry means the clearing entry by comparing it with the bank statement. But how the format of that electronic bank statement, that is very important, and this should be uploadable in the SAP system. SAP system has to be configured, has to be made compatible, so that whatever soft copy of the bank statement we receive from the bank, it is understood, it can be uploaded, understood and processed, so that automatically the clearing entry happens. So that is your electronic bank statement, right? So electronic bank statement we cannot demonstrate in the SAP system because it should be electronically received from the bank, and there should be some enhancements or modifications as per the format of the bank reconciliation bank statement which is supplied by the bank. It has to be readable in the SAP system due to some enhancement, which is not possible also. But we can very well demonstrate the manual bank statement. Manual bank statement means you will receive the bank statement in the hard copy or in the soft copy, but you will not upload in the SAP system directly, but you will upload the data from that bank statement manually in the SAP and run the SAP system, that is processing of bank reconciliation, so that these second entries, clearing entries, will immediately happens. Thousands of open entries can be cleared instantly by creation of this entry in both sides. Both side means payment side as well as receipt side from customer. So we are using the manual bank statement. So that's why I am opening this node manual bank statement. There are three process actually. For bank reconciliation, there are three numbers of process through which my end users, I will make the system ready. Bank reconciliation customization, I will make it ready, and end users can do the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so only three steps, but this second step there are some sub steps, so that it becomes long. So first of all, we will have to create and assign business transactions. Click on execute. So in this screen, I will create the business transactions. What are the varieties of business transactions for the purpose of our bank reconciliation statement customization? There are two processes actually. One is outgoing process, another is incoming process. Other things like bank charges, interest, etc., these are not under bank reconciliation, because whatever bank charges or interest received from the bank shown in the bank statement, immediately we pass the accounting entry in the SAP system. Suppose there is bank charges, we immediately pass the entry as say bank charges account debited to main bank account. Once we see it in the bank statement, then only we pass that entry. Once we see it in the bank statement, we immediately pass the entry, 100% truth entry, that is expenses account debited to main bank. That means that money is deducted from the main bank. Okay. However, only two numbers of process are required for the purpose of clearing GLs, pending clearing GLs. One is outgoing, another is incoming. Just a minute. Okay, fine. So there are only two processes which is subject to customization. Other kind of transactions are not subject to customization. So let us click on the new entries button. Okay. So in the new entries button, we are creating, see, these are two processes, first process and second process. The first process, I am giving it the name 7, the company code name is 7100. I am giving it the name as 7200. Yes, I am giving the name, the first process, I am giving it the name as say 7, it can be alphanumerical, no issues, 7 2 in 7 to in, and here I am giving the sign plus. Plus means this stands for incoming process. Okay, and I'm in the text, I am giving it the text as 7200 incoming, and here I am giving the second one 72 out, 72 OU. OU means out, and here I am giving the sign minus, and here I am giving the description 7200 outgoing. Okay, 7200 outgoing, and I click on save in my request. Okay, so this is the two numbers of transactions I created. Very simple, there is no issues at all in this two transactions. One is incoming, another is outgoing. Okay, so but here there is a posting rule. I have to come back finally after the end of the customization, because posting rule creation is something which is after this customization, because in the node, because in the steps, posting key and posting rules for manual bank statement, this is in the second step. But in the first step, it is asking here the posting rules. Here it is asking here, it requires posting rules, but posting rule creation will be in the next step. Once I complete the next step, I will come back and I will populate the posting rules here and again save. It will work, no issues, it will work. So still now this is the way of creation of two numbers of transactions, 7 to in or 7 to incoming and 7 to outgoing, 7200 incoming and 7200 outgoing. Okay, and this is plus, this is minus. Let us come to the second step. So in the second step, the name of the step is define posting keys and posting rules for manual bank statement. So this is the lengthy step actually. Third step is also very simple, one line. First step is also one line, but first step there is a pending activity. That pending activity can be done if we complete the second activity, second customization. But second customization is a very lengthy customization. Lot of things has to be created, but these has to be, I will logically analyze each and every steps in the second step, so that you will not do the customization stereotype, but you will understand the root of the each step of the customization in the second step, so that you know why I am doing, and by doing this how the system will behave logically, what is the purpose of this particular thing. So let us click on the clock button. Once I click on the clock button, then a small window will come and it will ask my chart of account. Why it is asking my chart of account? Previous customization, no chart of account was required. So chart of account, why chart of account is asking here? Because if in any customization, before entering into that customization, if chart of account information the customization is asking for entering into the final customization in the small window, that means this particular customization what we are going to do, that is dependent on your chart of accounts. Why it is dependent on your chart of accounts? Because bank reconciliation statement is dependent on 3 numbers of GL accounts. I have not created those 3 numbers of GL account. I will create now, but your chart of account information is very well required there. That means in this particular step, GL account linking is a must. Logically GL account linking, that is main bank account, outgoing and incoming. Okay, let it be. Let us enter into the customization screen. Then I will open another session and create the appropriate GL account, 3 numbers of GL account, which is mandatory in bank reconciliation. So I put my chart of account and enter. Okay, once I enter, this particular screen is divided into 2 parts, left side and right side. In the left side there are 4 numbers of folders, and on the right side whatever contained in each folder it is showing here. That means there is a folder called create account symbol. Another folder is there, assign accounts to account symbol. Assign accounts means GL accounts, obviously. Third one is create keys for posting. You can drag. Create keys for posting rules. That means there are some rules under which the clearing will happen. Because in the bank reconciliation end user activity, there is nothing great thing. Only the clearing process. Only the pending clearing account is cleared. So here there is a rule based clearing is there. And finally there is define posting rules. Okay, here I will create the keys, then here I will define the posting rules. I will create the keys for the posting rules, and finally I will define the posting rules. So under this 4 steps my customization will be over, right? So in the second step, when it will ask assign accounts to account symbol, before that I have to create GL account. 3 numbers of GL account obviously, but not now. So my first step can be possible. Here I will create symbols. There are already 158 number symbols are appearing here. So now I have to create my own symbol. So click on the new entries button. I am creating my symbol, say 72 main. Okay, and I am giving the text 7200 main bank. And second one, I am creating a symbol 72 let us have 72 say incoming 72. Okay, it is also I am giving 72, I am making it short, 72 incoming, like 7200 incoming. Then finally I am putting as say 72 outgoing, 7200 outgoing. Okay, then I click on save. Fine. So 3 numbers of account symbol I am using here. And finally this account symbol will be linked with the respective GL. What will be the respective GL? I have already told, one is main bank, another is incoming, another is outgoing. Bank incoming, bank outgoing. So now it is time to create GL account. Let us open another session and go to FS00, right? Now here the company code appearing is 7100. Just change the company code 7200, right? So I am creating 3 numbers of GL account now. One GL account, first GL account I am creating. See, house bank and other things, that is also required. I am not doing now, but that will be required, and that has to be done. First of all, let us create the GL account. Then I will create the house bank and link that house bank to the GL account. No issues for that. But first of all, let us create the GL account. So house bank configuration is also required. So I am copying a GL account 2,02,000 and I click on copy. And I will give it the name, let us see, 2,10,000, up to 2,10,000 is there, 2,11,000, 2,12,000 and 2,13,000. 2,11,000, click on continue, and I give it the name SBI Main Bank. SBI Main Bank. Sorry, SBI Main Bank. Let us as it is. Here I will give SBI Main Bank account. Okay. So one thing you have to do, whenever you have to create any GL account relating to bank, always select relevant to cash flow. Very important, very important. Relevant to cash flow checkbox must be there. And here I have to replace it with some field status variant where everything is optional, because it is an automatic process. Whenever there is an automatic process, that narration and other things that may create a problem. So always in this kinds of situation, it is better if you link such a field status group where everything is optional. You should not take any chance. So this is the main bank account for myself. So this is my main bank account. Other things are very much same, and click on save. Save in my request. Now I will create another bank account copying this main bank account. So put the cursor on the SBI main, then click on copy as and give the number 2,12,000. Okay, everything is copied. Now I will have the name SBI incoming. Then I will give the name SBI incoming account. Okay, and most important thing is I have to put it under the open item management. Why I am keeping it under the open item management? Because this is a clearing account and subsequently it will be cleared against the main bank account. So that's why I should keep it under the open item management. Relevant cash to cash flow will be here. No issues regarding the relevant cash flow. Relevant to cash flow is also appeared here, because unless and until that GL account is finally cleared, it will act just like a bank. Everything is piled up there initially. So relevant to cash flow will be there as it is. Then click on save. Then I will create another GL account copying this GL of SBI incoming, and I put it the GL account number 2,13,000. and I will give it the name SBI outgoing. SBI outgoing. Okay, then I click on save. Fine. So 3 numbers of GL account I have created. So after creation of 3 numbers of GL account, let us create a house bank. Then I feel that customization is completed. So creation of house bank, very easy way is just put F110, click on the environment, then maintain configuration. The last is the house bank, click on the house bank. It is asking for the company code. So your company code is 7200, click on continue. Okay, already 2 numbers of house bank is created. So let us create another house bank. Click on the new entries button. I am creating house bank SBI 1, say, or I can have say SBI 72. Bank country is IN. IN stands for India. Bank key, let us have same 7 SBI 72 and click on create. It is asking for some more information. SBI say SBI Patia. Other things are not mandatory, just I am giving identification here. So this is the way through which this things happens. Click on save. Save in my request, and here click on the bank account. Click on the new entries. Account ID I have to give SBI 72. Description is SBI Patia. Here it is asking for the bank account number. Suppose I give the bank account number, say same SBI any, actually this is for IFSC code or like that. I am giving such a code here, bank account number. Currency key is INR, and this is very important, GL account. So here I have to put the GL account of main bank, whatever I have created. So I am just sorting it out. Once I sort it out, then I have the main bank, this one 2,11,000, right? Then I click on save. Currency is INR, not IN. IN stands for India. Just enter. It will ask for transport IBAN. Just click on yes. So I have to put it under a request. No request is there. I will create a request. The vendor has given me a new user ID. Actually, I have not created any request. So if this is for the first time I am creating. My last user ID was useless. I renewed it just 2 days back. Click on save. So no request was there. That's why for the first time, first customization, it is asking for a request. So okay, fine. My house bank is now ready. So I will come back. So I will come to this screen also. So I created account symbol, 3 numbers of symbols I have created. And in the second customization, I will go to the second one, assign accounts to account symbol. Here, whatever account symbol I have created, I will link it to the appropriate GL account. Okay, 3 numbers of GL account I have created. So I will link it to the symbols. So let us click on the drop down, first symbol. So the first symbol is this one, 72 main. So I will click on 72 main. Then here I have to put a plus sign. Plus sign means this is account modifier. That means this will modify the GL account. Currency I will use INR for my purpose, and here I will put the main bank GL. So what is my main bank GL? Let us understand. My main bank GL FS00. Let us go and see. All these are here 11, 12 and 13. So this is the main bank 2,11,000. So I will put here 2,11,000. Okay. Then I will come to the second one. Second one, I am giving the account symbol 72 incoming INCM. Now here is also account modifier is plus. I will put INR and this is 2,12,000. That means this symbol is linked with the appropriate GL, that is bank incoming. Similarly 72 outgoing, this one, here is also account modifier plus, here is INR and appropriate GL will be 00013, right? Then I will click on enter. Once I click on enter, automatically the descriptions are appearing here, right? So this GL descriptions are like this. Now I click on save. Okay, so 2 steps are over. Then I am coming to the third step. So what is the third step? In the third step, I will create keys for posting rules. Okay, define posting keys and posting rules for manual bank statement. Create keys for posting rules. Okay, now I will click on, okay, that third step is nothing but that is create keys for posting rules. Now click on create keys for posting rules. Already 215 numbers of keys are there. Now I will create my own keys. How many keys will be there? Obviously 2 keys. Click on the new entries. So what will be my keys? Let us have the same 72 in actually these are few numbers of digits, 4 digits. So I am putting say 72 in, that means in 7200 incoming, COMING. These are only 4 digit. It can be alphabetical, it can be numerical, it can alphanumeric. So 72 OU, that is 7200 outgoing, right? Then click on save. Fine. So now I will come to the final step. In the final step, I will select these 72 in and click on define posting rules. Actually this is not required to select. This is not required to select. I will completely come to the define posting rules and click on the new entries button. Okay. So I am directly coming to this and I click on, it is asking for the posting rules. So here I have created the keys for the posting rules. Once I create the keys, then I use that key for my posting rule. So let us use the posting rules. Now the first rules I have created, that is 7 to IN. So I am using that. Okay. Then it is asking for the posting area. I will select the posting area bank accounting. So this is not regarding subledger. So I will use the posting area bank accounting. Once this rule is applied, what will happen? Once this rule is applied, what will happen? That means once this rule will be applied, this is the incoming. When this incoming will be applied, our bank account will be debited. That means our bank, see, whatever customization I am doing, this is for this one, this is for this process. Whatever customization I am doing here, here means now in this step, whatever customization I am doing here in this step, due to this customization, this entry will be automatically generated. Okay, this entry will be automatically generated because this is our incoming. So due to this posting rule, automatically our bank will be debited, main bank will be debited. So main bank will be debited means what is the account symbol of the main bank? I have already created the account symbol. So there are three numbers of account symbol. One is main, another is incoming, another is outgoing. So 7 to main will be debited. And what is credited? What account symbol will be credited? Because account symbol is automatically linked to GL accounts. So automatically that GL account will be credited. So what GL account will be credited? Because whenever that money first come, then it is put under the incoming. But due to this posting rule, main bank will be debited and incoming will be credited. So here account symbol will be 7 to incoming. Posting key is not required. Why it is not required? Because system knows once one part is posting key 40 means other part will be 50, and also the system understand like that. If I use 50, then system will throw some message. So I am not using any posting key, system knows it very well. And for this second entry which is generated automatically, what document type will be generated? The document type generated will be essay, right? The document type generated will be essay. Then posting type, what posting type will be there? The posting type is clear credit GL account. That means this is the GL account. Initially it was debited when the money comes, incoming account debited, but now this is credited. Due to the credit, this GL account is cleared. So posting type we use, see there are many posting types. So why we are using clear credit GL and clear debit GL, that should be understood first. Because in this process bank is debited, main bank is debited. Main bank is not a clearing account. Only two numbers of clearing accounts are there. One is bank incoming, another is bank outgoing. So this bank incoming, initially it was debited, but now main bank is debited and this is cleared. How it is cleared? Due to the credit it is cleared. That's why I use 5, not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. So why I am using 5? We have to understand logically. Clear credit GL account. That means due to the process of crediting the GL account, this account is cleared. This is not an account actually, this is a symbol. But this symbol in the second step, this symbol is linked to accounts, GL accounts. So even if we are using the symbol, automatically that GL account will be cleared. So the basic purpose of this screen is whatever thing we will do, the second process will automatically happen. This second journal entry will automatically happen. Main bank will be debited and incoming will be cleared. Incoming will be cleared and the debit credit will be cancelled. Okay, so this is the step due to which this things happens. Then click on save. Once we click on save, we will click on the next button. Okay, this is the two steps actually which is really the tough. Otherwise other things are very much easy to understand. I am trying my best to make you understand, logically analyzing the things. So I will come to the second posting rule. Now the second posting rule is regarding outgoing, right? So whenever there is outgoing, posting area is same. Posting area is bank accounting. That means it will be reduced from the bank finally. So first of all, we have to decide what will be the debit. See, so once this process will happen, then this entry will be generated. Okay, this entry will be generated. What is this entry? This entry is actually this entry is bank outgoing account debited to main bank account. That means bank outgoing will be debited. So here I will not put 40, but here I will use the symbol bank outgoing. So 72 out, and here I will use the posting key 50 and the bank account will be credited, main bank. So this is the main bank account, right? Then document type. What is the document type generated? Same essay document. And the most important thing is posting type. So what is the posting type I will use? See, this is the clearing account. This symbol is tagged with the clearing account. Now that clearing account will be cleared through debiting. That clearing account will be cleared through debiting. So what posting type I will use? I will use 4, posting type 4. Previously 5 was used because the circumstances was like that. Now 4 will be used. So once the 4 will be used, click on save. Fine. So now I finished all the steps. Once I finished all the steps, I will come back. But there is something which is pending here. What is the pending here? First step. In the first step, this posting rule part is pending, right? Because posting rule was created only in the second step. So now I have to link the posting rule here. So I will come to and assign the posting rules. So what are the posting rules I have created? Respectively, I will link. One is 72 in, another is 72 out. Same OU, 4 digit. I am very similarly I have used. So there is no point in just assigning the posting rules here. Now click on save. Save in my request. So now what happened? My steps has been completed. Okay, so 2 numbers of steps has been successfully completed from all respect, and there is a final step. That final step is a very easy step. We have to create a variant for manual bank statement. Variant is nothing but it is a customizing object. I have to decide when I will process the bank reconciliation statement, what are the fields required. So variants we cannot create in the system. We will copy it from a standard system, standard variant. So 1000 variant 1000 is a standard variant, and we will put the cursor here and click on copy, and I will give it the name, my name 7200. So this is my variant. Once this variant is copied, then whenever I will create my bank's reconciliation statement. One transaction is required, value date is required, amount is required, and I also required another, that is document number, but customer number, reference document number, these are not required. So I am deleting these 3. Whenever copied, everything is copied. These are the current fields and these are the possible fields. So I am deleting out of the current field. Minimum 3 things are required. I am using this for bank reconciliation, that is amount, value date, transaction type. Transaction type means incoming or outgoing. But customer number, these are not required, but the document number is required, because my clearing document number, the open item document number is required to clear this. So I am deleting this unnecessary 3 steps. First step deleted, second step deleted, third step deleted, and from right side where there is possible fields, I am selecting the document number and double click here and click on enter. So now it is coming here, document number. Okay, so these 4 minimum fields are required for preparation of a bank reconciliation, and click on save. It is saying the sequence of the field has not been kept. Okay, the sequence is here, the sequence is 19, and here the sequence is 10. Actually in the amount, that may be a very long one, maybe lakhs or maybe crores. So after 19 I cannot put 20 immediately. So what I will do, I am just making it, suppose 10 digit, 19 plus 10, suppose the amount is maximum 10 digit, maybe 10 digit is also a very huge amount for any payment document or anything. So let it be 10 digit, 19, 29, put it as 30. Let us see, 30, document number, it is also 10. The sequence field has not been kept. Let us put it 31. 31 is not accepting. Here the length is 10. Document number length is 10. Okay, 10 is sufficient, my document number. Let us put 40 here. Okay, 40 is accepting. I don't know why it is taking such a long length, long gap is required. 10 is sufficient, but it is taking a long one. So this is the variant what I have created. Just I have to save the variant. So variant is saved, but this variant is not activated. Once it is, there is a cracker icon here for activation of the, though I have created a variant, but the name of the variant is also not changed. I have to change it. 7200 manual bank reconciliation variant. Okay, I give it the name, again save. Then I have to activate it. Unless and until it is activated, it will not work. So put the cursor here and click on here, activation. So now it is activated, tick mark is there, then again click on save. So now it is activated. So this is the ending of your customization of bank reconciliation statement. So in the next class on tomorrow, I will discuss the end user activities of the bank reconciliation statement. There also logically we will link it whatever customizations today we have done. Okay, so good night to all of you. I am sending the recording. Tomorrow I will start the end user activity of bank reconciliation. Good night.